very, very well. But then suddenly Ruto says that, no, I need to renegotiate it. So he's paying back money that was stolen by them.
Yes.
At a higher interest rate.
Yes. They are calling it refinance. And that refinance, you're not receiving any money. You're just now extending the period of payment. It was due to be paid this year. Now you're telling the bank, let's extend it to 5 years. But in the process, in the meantime, since we've been paying you your interest rates, we've been paying at 5% interest rate. Now we can pay at 10% interest rate. How is that possible? How is that logical?
If somebody were to ask Safina Party this question, what is the magnitude of the loot that is happening in Kenya right now?
It is worth almost 5 trillion. Minimum 5 trillion. That is for Uru's period, around 4-point-something trillion. Ruto's period may be approaching now probably 3 trillion. And, you know, Kenyans pay attention to mundane things. CGI, what is using to renovate State House, 17 billion. That is not where the theft is. The theft is in your debt. These people understood one thing when they came to power. That when you steal within the budget, you have the Auditor General who does audit reports.
Who's going to harass you around?
Who's going to harass you? They will see you.
Yeah.
Somebody will leak the information. So, and the margin is small. So it's within the budget. You know the margin. So they decided, let us now steal the future. How do you steal the future? You go and take a debt in the name of the people of Kenya. Then the money stays abroad. You've stolen the future. Debt, remember, is tax in advance. So when Jagero will pay his tax next year for a debt which had gone to my private account, see, I've stolen the future. I'm not there. They can't even see me. Jagero thinks that, our country took this debt. It's okay, we have to pay for it. But Jagero will not have time to question, and that's what Safina is inviting Kenyans to do. Question, what is this debt? Open the debt register. What is this debt that we are paying for? What did it do to us? Was it taken following our laws? If I find that debt did not do to us anything, was taken without following our laws, the money didn't come into Kenya, then if you are a responsible citizen or a political formation, you say, we are not paying it. Because that is theft of our tax in advance. It's what they did. So you are told you've paid 6.6 trillion in debt finance for the last 12 years. And yet your debt stock is 12.8 trillion. That is debt that you're going to pay for up to the next 2060. Your future has been stolen.
2060?
2060. You still be paying that debt without getting a breather. And they are still accumulating, taking more of that debt, illegal debt. So they've stolen your future. And they're living it today. You are left with the burden to carry that debt into the future. They will not be there. They'll have eaten the loot. You're left with the obligation to pay. Safina Party says we must cut that chain of oppression. Stop paying illegal debts. Let everybody carry their consequences. Uhuru, Ruto, Rotich, Badi, Ndungu, everybody involved in this scheme of illegal debt, let them carry their consequences. And the banks. Bank officials.
It seems that a lot of people are saying two-term. So, how does Ruto come out of this government, according to Safina Party? Because it looks like you guys are taking over the governance of this country. What is the route? Who is going to? A lot of people are saying two-term.
Well, a lot of people.
I don't know.
At least in my public.
Whenever I see yellow caps everywhere.
But yellow caps, behind the yellow caps, you don't see the buses. Behind every rally that has a cap, there are also yellow buses at the back that have carried them. Kenya wants wakomboka. They say vijana tukomboka. These are people who are very economically downtrodden. The system has beaten them down. If you are told to go to attend a political rally, you are being paid 1,000 shillings. Who will say no? You sympathize with them. That doesn't mean they are going to vote that way. William Ruto, by the way, is done. Forget about William Ruto. What we should be discussing is what is the future. What is it? What next after Ruto? And that what next, Safina Party we are proposing, is the economy. And that is why we are inviting a conversation early enough. We've told you our first agenda. We want us to debate it, test it, and the others can also bring the agenda. And the best idea to win, to us victory, is that when the best idea wins, every Kenyan wins. So when Safina's Feast Agenda wins, we are not going to say that only Safina members are not going to pay for VAT.
Yeah.
It is everybody. When we say that now you have access to cheap capital, credit, not only Safina member, it's everybody. When we say no school fees, it's everybody. No healthcare services payment, everybody. So it's the best idea that wins, then the whole country can say, we have won. But legacy politicians start matusi. Oh, mimi sijui huyu amekonda, huyu amenona, huyu amekonda, huyu anakula. So you win based on that? Where are the people in it? What is the victory of the Mkonde or Mnone?
Yeah.
Where's the victory of the people?
Yeah.
What do people carry home as my victory, if that was the competition?
At the end of the day, it is numbers, right? Tell me about the numbers, how you see Ruto going home.
Ruto's referendum was done in 2024 by the young people of Kenya. And in that referendum, the people of Kenya, led by the young people, posed the question. They told him it's the economy. It's the economy, stupid. And to show you, they rallied behind the finance bill. And they told him, reject, don't amend. And he said, pitisha raka. The people said reject. His answer was pitisha raka. Tena nitakuwa nangoja State House, mpitishe. And the people told him, okay, you dare us, bring it on. Didn't they breach parliament? We saw demonstrations here in numbers never seen in the history of the earth. Those young men were walking towards bullets. Me, I've seen people running away from bullets. I was seeing people walking towards bullets. And they're saying that thing must fall. Did it not fall? It fell. When that bill left parliament, it went to State House for presidential assent. Right?
Yeah.
What did the young people tell William Ruto, having banned parliament? We are coming to State House. What were they doing? They were following the bill. So when they said parliament, that time parliament was a spectre of competition. It was in parliament. So if they left parliament, they had no business going to parliament. It was in State House for assent. They said we are coming. What did William Ruto do? The one who had said pitisha raka. Itakuwa nangoja. I saw him standing up and saying, sons and daughters, we have rejected the finance bill. That's a referendum. He lost. So which new constituency is he going to get? There's no new constituency.
Somebody is saying that he's going to get all the Luos. Somebody is saying that he's going to get all the Kalenjins. Kindiki is saying that I'm going to deliver you 2.1 million Merus and Embus.
You know, I always avoid.
Duale is telling him that he's going to bring him the entire northern part of the country.
As a general rule, I avoid discussing politics based on tribe. I avoid, because the young people have defined for us the problem to be a universal problem, the economy. The same pain that a Kikuyu is feeling is the same on the economy, is the same pain a Kalenjin is feeling, a Luo is feeling, a Somali is feeling. That is an issue that unites the whole country. But for argument's sake, even if you are to go that traditional legacy, those are legacy politicians' route. The legacy politicians' route of tribal.
Calling them legacy.
They are legacy politicians.
Yeah.
Even if you go by that route, William Ruto lost the mountain vote. There is no other constituency that exists, tribal bloc, that in terms of numbers can match that mountain vote. There's none. And you say that he's going to get all Luos. I'm here, I'm a Luo. He's a Luo. Who says that he can walk, anybody's walking with my vote? And there are many Luos, by the way, who are also not focused on tribal politics. They are saying, as we care about the economy. So where will he get all these Luos? That will have worked when it was the era of legacy politicians. Kenyans are now transcended. They have understood these things, these funds we have, has made Kenyans understand that at the end of the day, the challenges that a Kikuyu is facing are the same challenges a Kalenjin is facing, a Luo is facing, a Costarian is facing, a Bajuni is facing. We are able to communicate. They are able to tell, even see on phone, the actual, on videos, how people live actually in other parts of the country. But before, legacy politicians will tell you the enemy is that other tribe. You don't have means of seeing that other tribe, even how they live, how they talk. Now on the internet, they are able to see everything. Somebody can be on live in Muranga. Somebody's in Wichilum watching the Muranga guy milking his cows, and he's now able to see they actually milk cows like we do in Wichilum. Oh, they even have a smaller piece of land. They live in smaller acreages than we do in which you get. They're able to now relate. So Kenyans are now moving beyond tribal politics. The consequence of tribal politics has led us to where we are today. The net effect of it. When they started, we got our independence, we were fighting three things: poverty, ignorance, disease. Let's take the scorecard of legacy politics 60 years down the line. What's the state of poverty? More and more Kenyans are poorer than they were last year. Talk of education. More and more Kenyans are failing not to get accessing education because they don't have money at home. Talk about healthcare. More and more Kenyans are dying of preventable diseases just because they cannot afford to pay for their treatment. So the problems that we had in 1963 are still here. Poverty, ignorance, disease. And we've used the formula of legacy politicians for that 60 years. It has failed. It has not worked. So it is now an opportunity for Kenyans to say, let's now try something different. Let's change the template. And that is what Safina Party we are proposing. And, Jagero, do you know the interesting thing I always tell people? What is our worst case scenario and what is our best case scenario? We are telling you the potential of what this country can achieve if we implement the Feast agenda. If we trade true to course, it will change the country phenomenally. That's the best case scenario. What is the worst case scenario? We fail to perform, right?
Yes.
We don't deliver on the Feast agenda. That is what legacy politicians do every day. So in our worst case scenario, you are going to get what you normally served anyway.
Yes.
But in our potential best case scenario, you are going to get a phenomenally changed country. But for legacy politicians, this is it. We've seen their best. Their best is our worst.
Willis, you have seen, how many elections have you seen? Since 2002?
Yes, I've participated in elections since 2002.
2002.
Yes.
Which, would you say that 2027 is the election that you're most excited about?
I will say it rivals the 202. 202 also was like an opportunity of the people of Kenya to reclaim their country. That election was about bringing down the Moi system and stopping Moi from perpetuating himself. And Kenyans were united as Kenyans on their issues. We were reclaiming back our country. Not on tribe.
Yes.
Not on tribe. It was on we are reclaiming back the country as Kenyans. The one that is coming, I feel it. I can feel it. Again, Kenyans are going to reclaim back their country now, not from William Ruto, but from legacy politicians. This will be the Fagia water elections. These leeches who've been in office, feeding off taxpayers' money, people who cannot even, don't even know how to pay for fuel. They don't know how to pay for fuel. They are paid for everything. Even their households are paid for by public coffers.
They have never been to the supermarket.
They cannot go. Even if they go, they'll go to the supermarket with a card that is paid for by the people. They don't know what it means to work and to earn and to spend in the economy. They are underwritten. Their lives are underwritten. That an MP goes to the village to see his people. He comes back to Nairobi, he's being paid almost 200,000 mileage, or even more. But you, Jagero, you go and record your show in Kisumu. So it's your own money.
It's my own money.
You understand the value of every coin.
I was in Migori the other day. Yeah. And it was very expensive to go
Yes. You understand the value of every coin. So it will be in your interest that when you have that coin, it is used prudently. So get rid of all this entire lot. And then we have a system where we all agree on how the system will work for us. That is why Safina, our Feast agenda. If you notice one thing about it, I have not told you we will give you tutawapea Mama Mboga 10 billion. Tutawapea. Apana. We are not giving anybody anything.
You are losing. Ruto is giving.
No. We are not giving people anything. That is legacy politics. When he tells you he's giving you from what? Who is it to give you? Whose money is it anyway? It's the people's money.
Yeah.
Now can he come and tell you I'll give you? So ask Safina what we are saying.
That is why I differed with the Odhiambo when he was telling when we were going from Kisumu town all the way to Kakamega. He was saying that this is Uhuru. This is what Uhuru did for us.
No. If you look at what Safina we are proposing, we are saying education will be free. Not we will give you free education. So you are the one who pays education.
Yes.
You are the citizen who pays for education. You are also the one who pays taxes. We are simply saying, take your kid to school, don't pay school fees. Your tax money that's already collected will be applied to that education. So we are not giving you anything. It is you saying, use my tax money towards my education. We are saying, don't pay 16% VAT. It is you who pays VAT, not government. It is the same people who are the tax agents who collects VAT on behalf of government. So we've all voted agreeing that we are not paying VAT. Recalibrate your machines, put 5% sales tax. Right? So when it comes to point of paying,
I found this on the web.
when it comes to the point of paying, you only pay 5% sales tax, and that is what remitted to government.
Yeah.
You retain the money in your pocket.
Yeah, I want us to go to election theft and pilferage, because it looks like today we are talking about the theft of money and the theft of votes. When we came together as a nation in 2002, because I remember I voted in that election, where do you think we lost it? Because we should have said that, okay, Moi is now done. We want to come back and work for the people. At what point did we lose it?
We allowed legacy politicians to continue with what they do best, tribal division. We were taken back into our tribal caucuses. Instead of confronting our problems as Kenyans, people are now focusing as Mount Kenya, Jaluo, Kalenjin, Coast. That to me, that is where we lost it. That the 2007 elections became 41 against 1. Tribes were uniting, not to address the problems of the people, but now to deal with the tribes. That was a tribal warfare, if you ask me.
The 202?
2007.
207, yes.
Yes. After 2002 was a united country. We then disintegrated and went to tribal cocoons. That it made 2007 elections to be now a tribal warfare. Tribes uniting to fight another tribe. Another one tribe uniting to fend off. You get? So the mobilization was purely on tribe. That's how we lost it. And we need to recalibrate our politics. That is what Safina is trying to do. Let's go to issue-based. Because with this kind of issue-based politics, that is when it will even be easier for Apokomo to become a president, a Bajun. Because he will be judged based on issues. But if you continue this tribal politics, there will be domination by the big 5 tribes. What is the opportunity for somebody? Because I believe even the small tribes, there are people who are brilliant and they have ideas and they can transform this country. But in this current matrix, they stand no chance because we are playing legacy politics based on tribe. Let's just remove the tribal licenses and look at what does he stand for? What does he represent? What are his ideas? Let's test them. Let's debate. Can it work? Is it hot air? Then the best idea is the one that is elected. And that is when now any Kenyan, even a Maasai, who has an idea and Kenyans interrogate the ideas, people say, no, we are going to vote for him because of his ideas, not because of his tribe.
We had 2007, that is when we first started seeing the election, stealing of votes. And then we had one in 2013, and then 2017. And we Kenyans have always thought that their votes do not count. As somebody who has read so much about it, and particularly the IEBC, what is going on? How do the planners of election fraud start it?
Election fraud is easier done when you are voting along tribal lines.
Okay.
This is how it works. William Ruto controls the Rift Valley region, Kalenjin part of it. So you just put for him 100% voter turnout.
In Rift Valley?
Because even if 300 people voted at a polling station, registered voters are 600.
Okay.
If you are doing tribal politics, see, the entire region is supporting him, presumably. So the clerk, the policeman, the PO in that polling station, see, they are also sympathetic to his political cause because it is tribal voting. So they'll simply change the figures from 300 to 600 have voted here. That's how the election is stolen in this country. When we vote based on tribe, what happens normally is, in everybody's stronghold, they give higher turnouts of almost 90-95%, nearing 100. That is how they steal elections. It has got nothing to do with that is somebody sitting in a computer in Nairobi trying to create numbers here and there. No.
All right.
The first step is, okay, which is our stronghold? Which tribe? How many registered voters are there? Then we are going to make sure this is our tribe, we get 90% of the votes. That is now where they steal, they top up. But William Ruto now, if you are to lose legacy politics, which constituents? He's being rejected on ideology, on the economy. And that is cross-cutting beyond tribe. So how will he steal? Voting takes place at the polling stations. You think those polling station officials are not feeling the pain of this economy? They live in the community. William Ruto will not even get votes amongst its Kalenjin community who are interested in the economy. Only those who are still in the old politics will vote for him. But Kenyans will vote based on the economy. What is your proposal on the economic challenges we are facing? So rigging will become impossible. He can even appoint his brother to become the IEBC chairperson. His brother will announce the people's candidate as the president-elect.
Are you sure?
See, we've been here.
Eh.
You know, the moment the first ballot is cast, I was there in 2017. The moment the first ballot is cast, even that president loses his potency. He becomes a temporary incumbent. He becomes a weakling, becomes a lame duck. Yeah.
So what is
Didn't you see Uhuru scratching his buttocks in Burma Market after Supreme Court? You saw it, right?
Yes, I saw it.
That was a president sitting. The Supreme Court just told him, you're a thief. What could he do? The moment the first ballot is cast, the people take their sovereignty. The president becomes a lame duck.
So, and how about the IEBC, the servers that we have always talked about? It is impossible to steal through the servers.
You cannot steal. You must first have the primary source data, which is the voters,
Okay.
the polling station results. So like, for example, when Uhuru was stealing in 2017, of course he was using the votes that he was getting in his strongholds. He was topping up those ones and trying to manipulate some results, creating new forms. That is what we caught. The Supreme Court caught him on. But they were from his strongholds. Now, which is with William Ruto's stronghold that exists in Kenya today? That if you want to steal,
Rift Valley.
you think so? That then they're feeling nice about the economy. They're happy about it. Even in Rift Valley, you are going to see...
Sometimes, Willis, I feel like we are tumetekwa nyara.
Okay, do this.
Like I can so much hate Raila, and I don't like his politics, and he's done so much for nothing for us in Nyanza region. But when that day comes,
You vote for him. Okay, do
yeah,
this.
so I wonder whether this will happen.
So do this. For argument's sake, give him all the total registered voters in Kalenjin land. For argument's sake.
Okay.
It's around 1.8 million votes.
Okay.
He needs 10 million votes. So where else do you want him to give him? The one that Yaden will give him.
Yes.
Northeastern voters registered in the 3 counties, 837,000 registered voters. Add to 1.8. That is 837,000. Yeah. Add them to the ones you've given him. That is around 2.7, right? Million. Where else do you want us to give him? No, tell me. I'll add.
Lewis.
Give him.
Okay.
All of them 100%.
Okay.
2.3 million. Add to 2.7. That is 4 million votes. He needs 10. It's mission impossible. But what I'm telling you, even those laws you're saying, there are so many of them who are interested in the economy. They are not going to be put like potatoes in one basket. I'm one of them. I'm not voting for William Ruto. I'm voting for the economy. He is another. He's going to vote for the economy. So you see how his path to power diminishes? It doesn't. The person who is going to become president of Kenya, let me tell you, is somebody whose agenda must be one that resonates across tribal divides. He's going to become a tribal kingpin here. Kenyans are not looking for a tribal lord. We are looking for a leader to address our economic problem. That is where Safina comes in.
Do you think that Ruto is seeing it? Is seeing the loss?
When you see the man who is talking out in the market, is that a normal man? When you see him talking that way, it's a mental breakdown. It's a meltdown, my friend. That's a meltdown. He's feeling the pressure. Time is up. The economy is not working. The masses are agitated. So, I mean, he's feeling it. He's not comfortable. If you are comfortable, you'll be saying Mavia Kuku, as Kibaki used to say.
Yeah.
What is he saying? That's not a man who is comfortable in his seat. He's also feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
He's not connecting to the people.
Yeah.
So, too bad. But the Kenyan people are claiming this.
Too bad. Let's talk about as we wrap it up. Let's talk about the opposition. What are your feelings about it?
I'm also in the opposition. So when you say the opposition,
Willis,
you mean the united opposition?
You are not in the opposition.
I am. Safina is an opposition party.
Okay. Okay. Let me put it another way. We have Wamunyoro, we have Matiang'i, we have Kalonzo Musyoka, and a few of them in one basket. Then we have Linda Wananchi in another basket, so to speak. And then we have Safina standing away from the crowd, looking from the other side of the fence.
We are not looking from the other side of the fence. We are with the people on this side of the fence, talking to the people.
Yes.
Our focus is not those people.
When I say you're on the other side of the fence, I don't mean it in a bad way.
No. We are not with them. That's what you should say.
You're not with Kalonzo. You're not with Wamunyoro.
No.
Why? Because why are you walking alone?
The only thing that unites us with them, we agreed on only one thing, that Ruto must go. And it ends there. As to what next, that is what as we are asking. We are saying Ruto must go, and for us, Ruto has gone.
Okay.
It is what next. Them, they want to stop it at Ruto must go, let's share the seats.
Okay.
As we are saying, no, let's build the people's agenda. Let's agree on the people's issues. So, they are still not in that space with us. So that's why we are alone. If they start discussing, for example, Odia's debt, that we are not going to pay this Odia's debt, what happens to the savings? What will stop us from uniting? We will unite at that point.
What do you think? What do you think is their agenda?
I don't know. No. Even you, if I asked you don't know what it is yet. But at least we are clear on one thing, that they are anti-Ruto. So that's when we agreed. But what next? We are still not agreed. Because if it is just that we agree that, let's say Ruto must go and then you share seats.
Have you reached out to them?
Have they
reached out to you?
We don't have
have they reached out to you?
We don't have to reach out to anybody. It's their right to caucus on their own. Just like it's our right to caucus on our own. But I was going to say this.
Okay.
If we decide that Ruto must go, then Vigogo sit somewhere at the top and share seats. That you are president, you are prime minister, you are deputy, you are minister, you are what? I assure you, if it is not about the issues of the people of Kenya, in 6 months' time, the same people of Kenya will be saying must go to you. That is what we are saying we don't want. It must be unity based on unidentified as a country. We are not divided on it. We should be now looking for unity based on the people's issues. And Safina, we've proposed our feast agenda. In fact, there's something about our feast agenda which I should, if you give me just 1 second, I explain this.
Yes, for sure.
To protect, because somebody may ask you that this feast agenda Willie is talking about, will it not turn against us? And will they not use the police against us? We are saying, overall, to protect these gains, this promise, we are proposing a very radical approach to police command in this country.
Okay.
Our police get orders from above. Above is in Nairobi, Jogo House. That above can send someone to Homa Bay to grab Albert Ojwang, bring him to Central Police Station and kill him there. And the entire system from Homa Bay to Nairobi Vigilance is protecting him. What we are saying, change the command. We've tried training policemen, changing the curriculum, doing vetting, amending the constitution. But look, still the same thing. Same bad culture of oppression. Safina Party, we are proposing, change the command structure of the police. You go at every sub-county commandant, formerly the OCPD. That OCPD is in charge of command of all the police units in that division. That person should be elected by the people. And he can be a policeman or a civilian, elected by the people, so that he doesn't receive commands from Nairobi. He knows my mandate comes from the people. that if Lagat calls him from Nairobi to tell him, go and grab Albert, to bring him, tell him, who are you? I'll arrest Albert if he commits an offense and take him to Homa Bay Court. Not deliver him to you in Nairobi so that you can kill him in the cells, right?
Are you talking about NYPD, LYPD, and things, something?
Yes, like in the US, they have the sheriff. In fact, we'll call that person the sheriff. Elect the sheriff.
Yeah.
Who is in charge of protecting you in your division. That is how it happens in the US. People elect their commander, their commissioner. They elect him.
Who is supposed to elect him?
The people.
No, in that locality.
Yes, the people served by that locality. So that if you are in Kilimani Police Division, for example, then the people of Kilimani, registered voters in Kilimani, they go and elect the OCPD.
That would be nice.
So power is in the hands of the people. So you
If
imagine.
you joke, we kick you out.
Yes, we can kick it. In fact, they have a power of recall. We can remove you, recall you. And you imagine now that the people have gone to demonstrate against our administration. We are not delivering on our mandate. So they have gone to demonstrate. Now, do you think we can pick the phone and call the OCPD? Can you go and tear gas and shoot those people? We can't. If men with balaclavas are sent to any part, you send them from Nairobi to go and kidnap and abduct. The police commander will be saying, what are you doing here? Who are you? In the balaclava, civilian clothes. Ingia ndani. You can't touch my people. Because he's there to protect, to serve the people. He's not serving the legacy politician.
Will we have a referendum to effect this?
No, we don't need a referendum. Already in our constitution, it provides that policing should be subject to civilian oversight and control. So this is just actualizing that provision of the constitution.
Really?
We are giving civilians just a legislation.
Why is everybody silent about this?
Because they are not thinking. Legacy politicians need the police to serve them. This system works for them. They will call from Nairobi, call a policeman in Tobilorong. Tell him to go and arrest that young boy who is 18-year-old and keep him in the cells deep down in Lodwar. It's working for them. As we are about handing over instruments back to the people. So even your security, we give it back to you. Choose your best OCPD. Sheriff. Elect your sheriff. And even while at it, we are also proposing every police station must have a civilian oversight board. Just like we have a board of management for every school, we have a board of management for every hospital. They are services. And police is meant to be a service. Let every police station have a board constituted by the people of that precinct. And this board exercises oversight over policing activities. They are able to say, okay, our cells, are they clean? They are not clean. We need to do something about our cells. Our inmates, are they taken to court in time? Last time we took the following to court in time, this one delayed. Why did it delay? There was no. These ones who are injured in the cells, why is not been taken to police to hospital? Did you get this injury?
This one can actually happen as early as 2026.
It will happen immediately Safina gets into office. The moment people see that this is what they need. Because we believe when you vote for yourself on the ballot. Don't vote for Willis. You vote for yourself. If the people want this, we are just but a vessel to deliver that to them. If they want to control their policing, they are the ones to be in charge of their security, vote Safina. It will come. There will be nobody who will come to your home and shoot you because he got orders from above and you have nothing to do about it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. These people are giving me this tablet so that I can read comments, but I'm not sure whether... You want us to read comments? Okay. They want us to read comments. Maybe you will... lots of people are watching and they're asking you a lot of questions, by the way. We can answer a few of them before we... That's
okay.
Yeah. Honestly, Willis, this is Miss Noella saying, honestly, Willis speaks well, but the problem is that his message packaging is not for everyone in my village. Communication should be broken down so that everyone can be well informed. You agree?
I agree that people speak in different languages, but when we had this conversation about the economy, I remember people told us that is too narrow an agenda. The Kenyan people don't care about economy.
Yeah.
We were vindicated when they owned it and they stormed parliament to reject the finance bill. It was about the economy. So in fullness of time, this message will be broken down. Even the ones who are asking us the question, having understood it, will explain it in his village, in a language their villagers understand.
Yeah.
So the conversation must continue.
Mr. Henry is saying, I support Wakili on that. Jagero, let me ask you, do you think Matiang'i will go after his former boss, Uhuru, to return our money? I think he's asking you that question.
I don't think he can. He was part of that system.
Okay, Mr. Paola is saying Willis should know the Wananchi elected MPs to represent them, but now the parliament is captured by the state. I think, and when you talked about the fact that banks will have to ask the Kenya government, why are you taking this? What is the loan going to build? And I think this person is talking about the weak link that we have.
It is parliament. Parliament is not exercising its oversight. But the banks must take responsibility also. Due diligence. A bank must do its own due diligence.
I didn't know that the bank should do that.
They have, even you, if you go to take a loan today, you give them a title deed. So the bank normally goes to the registry, independent of you, to confirm if this property is registered in your name. They'll ask you about the source of funds, if you're ever receiving money. It's due diligence.
Yes.
The banks have a duty to do due diligence. If they don't do it, they bear the consequence like Credit Suisse did.
Mr. Henry saying, Willis names former President Uhuru Kenyatta, President William Ruto, Treasury official, the Auditor General, National Assembly, IMF, and others. What is the core claim in the court? I think that's what he's asking.
The core claim in the court is that the debts which were taken are illegal. They were taken without following the laws of the Republic of Kenya. And the Kenyan people should not pay.
Yeah. So the other, Tamturi is asking, why has there been no audit of debt since 2014?
Because the people who are responsible for that illegal debt are the ones who are still in power. They are the beneficiaries of the illegal debt.
Yeah.
You don't send a thief to catch a thief. Send a lawyer to catch a thief.
Ogweri is asking, Jagero, ask Willis, this 0.3 trillion they pay yearly, why is the debt not reducing? What do we actually pay? Is it loan interest that's amounting to 2.3 trillion every year? What exactly is it?
Part of it is loan and principal amounts when they mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's both interest and principal.
Okay. Ask, Henry's asking, ask Wakili Willis why Wanjigi left the United Opposition Group.
There was no commonality of agreement on the agenda.
Okay.
Post Ruto must go. We agreed up to Ruto must go, but what next?
Okay.
We are still not there. If they come to that space, we can work together. If they don't, we will walk alone with the people.
People of the internet, it was really, really nice having you guys this Friday. I don't know how to pronounce this holiday. How do you pronounce it?
Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr.
Eid al-Fitr. I want to wish you well this holiday. Thank you very much for joining us. People of the internet, Political Headache is here to smuff this difficult conversation to smaller pieces so that you can understand them. Please consider subscribing on our YouTube account. Hit on that notification bell so that when we have Willis, talking to us about debt and how not to pay it, the odious debt and how not to pay it, and election pilferage, you will be the first person to be notified. We are on social media. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. So please follow us there, and everywhere else you get your social media dose. Thank you very much, and until another episode, bye for now. You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others crawl, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work, or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.
It's easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want it. I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I add my teammates as watchers so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.